Future trading involves risk and is not suitable for all investors. Content provided in this segment is meant for educational purposes and is not a solicitation to buy or sell commodities.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Tech Talk. I am Cody. He is Andy. Behind the scenes is Paige Driscoll pulling the levers, pushing the buttons, making sure that we stay on topic. It is actually the 3rd of September, Wednesday morning, about 11:45 Eastern, 9:45 Central Time. We're doing this on a different day, different time, a little morning show.
Morning cup of coffee with Cody.
That's right, mid-morning.
Like, I think you could open like a store, call it like Cody's Corner, and get a cup of coffee at Cody's Corner. Then my holiday was fine. How was yours?
It was good. Good weather, not too hot, not too cold, but you can definitely tell that fall is kind of right around the corner, but we enjoyed every second of it.
And you're going to be raking leaves here pretty soon, and then you're going to get like the snow plow out.
Don't remind me.
I see you got the Michigan State flag still out there.
Still out there. Had a big win on Friday. Had a big win. We're excited.
How about that, Jack? Is Michigan State winning it this year?
Nah, I doubt it. But watching that play on Friday.
Oh, come on.
Highly doubtful. But hey, you know what? If we can get over 6 wins this year.
They got a perfect record so far, don't they?
That's true. If we can get 7 or 8 wins, I am very excited for this year. But we'll see. We'll see.
All right. Cody's, I don't know if I call that glass half full just yet, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Speaking of, I don't know if we can call these markets glass half full right now. We're doing a special today. All spot, all the time.
That's great.
So you got 3 spot markets we're looking at today in succession, rapid fire. Let's go.
Boom.
No more Michigan State talk here. We're just going to do them in order. So the block, butter, and non-fat, that's how they appear during the spot call. So let's get into it. This is the CME block. Let me just widen this bad boy out so you can see that guy. It's just like Chop City here, man. What do you want to do?
I think I want to sell it. I think I want to sell it back down to $1.60.
Okay. It's like, you had to practice saying that too, didn't you? Sell.
I did. It's not.
You had to like practice in front of the mirror this morning. Sell.
Yeah. Well, I think we talked like last week or maybe it was 2 weeks ago when we looked at it about it kind of winding up a little bit there, and it looks like it has, but now it doesn't look so much like a winding up. It more looks like it's just rolling over and heading, going to fill that gap at $1.70. We're at right now. We're at $1.76.5 as of yesterday.
The market's so back and forth. I agree. I mean, it's hard to disagree with what you're saying. You know, it filled this gap. It made a gap to fill a gap. Right? Look at that.
Yeah.
Made a gap to fill a gap. Tried to go test this. And just the last 3 weeks, I mean, this little dash right here is because yesterday was the first day of the week. So we only have one price so far, but we opened lower. And you had 1, 2, 3 weeks in a row subsequently that still haven't filled this gap yet. That price is just north of 170 would go fill that gap, not by much. But I mean, it's not that far away. This means market's been super choppy, but it seems like anytime you get anything going to the upside in the mid 180s, it's just met with, the futures fine. It seems like the futures bids start to get really few and far between. Like it gets harder to sell. And then the cash market, you just start to see more and more. It's like we saw those just abrupt, like this candle right here. It engulfs the previous week. It tried to get going. And then I think there was like it was a Thursday. I think that was that week where Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we were up like 8 or 9 cents. And then come like by Friday, we had given it all back and then some.
Yeah.
So
not a whole lot to be bullish on this block chart right now, in my opinion.
It's just such a tough one. I mean, it's literally in the middle of this big range that we've been in. I mean, it's just smack dab in the middle of this range. And so the futures are trading basically like around parity to cash, more or less.
Right.
There's no real big discount or premium baked in, kind of telling us what to do. But to your point, this gap looks like it wants to get filled after we went and filled this one. So this is the next guy. Then the question is, do you go fill this little dude right here?
Exactly.
Right.
I think you do. And I think it'll happen by the end of September.
That one hasn't been filled. So
nope.
Like gaps are magnets. They're unfinished business. So you're bearish. You're short-term bearish. You're bearish to like,
yes.
For the next call.
I'm long-term bearish. Let me be honest about this. I am long-term bearish this cheese market. Getting above $2 is not going to happen.
Wow. Just throw it like...
Not going to happen,
Where's
folks.
Like we need like an image of like a gauntlet just like, bam, thrown down.
Yeah.
Dust flying everywhere. Like...
The market will not let it happen. To your point, we've been between $1.60 and $1.90 since last October. The market will not let us test $2. It's not going to happen.
Okay, so where do you think we're going down then?
$1.60. What's going to happen is we're going to test $1.60. Everyone's going to get super excited because we're going to get a bunch of exports booked at that point. And then we're going to sit there for a little bit of time, try to test 180 by the end of this year. But we're getting towards the end of the year. And that's the problem, is we're not going to have a lot of these orders coming back online.
So you think we stay within this big range that we've been in? This 160, 185, 190 kind of thing? Like,
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. If not tightening up a little bit between $1.60 and $1.80.
Okay, that's fair. So, yeah, I mean, it's tough to disagree with one just to fill this gap right here. This one's also looking like, if you fill this, like this one's next. I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, getting back down into here seems like a tall order unless we really start to bang on exports. But even if we do, you think about like, there's a lot that goes into it, obviously. But I mean, if you take the market to 160 and like the rest of the world comes down to like, average price of, let's say 195, we're still really competitive.
Exactly.
It's just the difference between the two. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, to me, like it's tough. This has been a super range bound trade. Futures feel like they've just been kind of finding opportunities to sell off. And yeah, I think these two gaps, they're in range here. All right, so you've thrown the gauntlet down, sell it. You got the hammer, you put it in the closet.
Yeah.
All right.
The bullish hammer is put away for right now.
All right.
Getting ready.
Next up, I believe Wisco Phil mentioned that he wanted to see this one this week.
Yeah.
We may have seen that traded in an email or two. So, and who wouldn't, right? I mean, this is spot butter on a weekly basis. There's a lot of stuff going on. I mean, this doesn't look good at all.
Oh, if I'm remembering back correctly, you had mentioned there is a gap down there at 155 type area. I don't know if we had it circled. First, there's one at 184 right there, then one at 155. Obviously, you'd have to test 184 first.
Right here.
Yep. What do you think the likelihood is of testing 184 and filling that gap?
I think for me, the next stop, if you think about like where did this market accelerate from, it was right here. As soon as it cleared this, because there was a lot of noise leading up to it. If you go back and look at this is back in time here. So this is October of 21. So, I mean, this right here is COVID or the like post that, right? And so you had that big, that's such a wicked V bottom. Good Lord. But you ultimately had one and then like a big higher low. And since it broke through there, it just took off and it hasn't really looked back since. This is back in October of 21. So I look at that price and say, like, if we're going to go test a price, like that's to me is the next step, is testing where the market really accelerated from. Because since it did that, I mean, it made like just a gigantic head and shoulders here, didn't it? Here.
Yeah.
Here and then here. Right. So this is just a great looking head and shoulders. And then once you broke the neckline, right, then it just turns into acceleration lower, I think, to where it took off from, which is, in this case, call it like 190. And that's not that far away. Where were we? 201, another dime, and we've seen that in a day. Another dime, and we're there. We've seen more than that in a day. So that to me is like, if you just think about it technically, that's the next stop, is where it accelerated from after making this higher low. And that number is 190.
I agree. It's hard to look at this chart specifically and say there's anything bullish on the horizon. Just looking at it right now.
I totally agree. I mean, like it's really tough to get excited about this chart from the long side. It really is. I mean, you took a shot at trying to get out of this stuff and just promptly got like, no, not happening. Right in face. Like this to the tune of 60 cents too. I mean, like this right here is a monster move from here to here. I mean, how big is it? Hang on. You're talking about a 60-cent break. That right there unto itself is just a monster move. But I mean, that was the response to the marketplace from trying to get any sort of like material retracement going on. So yeah, 190. Before we took off from, I think that's what we're going to go test, these three guys. And if you break through that, then to your point, you've got this guy right here, basically, to kind of be mindful of. Now you're talking about, oh my gosh, you're talking about like 150 to 160.
Well, then, yeah, and the 60-cent break is taking us off $3, if not almost $4 in class 4. If we go down to $1.50 butter, you're talking $15 class 4 easily.
Just had like a little shudder. I just had like a little shudder went down my spine. Like, ooh,
yeah.
What did you just say?
Me too. Saying the same. I don't like saying.
I can't say that I'm on board with 150 just yet, but what I'd like to see. I think this is the next step. Let's see how this market acts when it goes and tests where it accelerated from. Do we start to see like more, like we've seen big exports that have given up? That said, like we had like over 100% increase year-to-date exports for butter recently. Yeah. I think it was the last report that we saw, and the market promptly said, we'll sell you some more at a lower price if you want. Yeah. So I always think about like what Dreyer used to say. Like if a market takes bullish information, the futures react and the cash market react in a bearish way, that's really bearish. Yeah. Yep, we'll see how, right. Like, let's say we get there. Let's see how it acts. But just another like bullet in the bearish gun for you, I do have the bearish bazooka. It's around here somewhere. Like I think we only have like one round left in the thing. The other two.
Well, you're probably going to want to use it on this next chart then also.
All right. So the next chart. Do you have a right click? Did you bring your right click button back, by the way?
I don't feel good. It makes me sick being bearish. It just does. I don't feel good at all.
It's going to have to take
I'm assuming this is what the flu
You're going to have
feels
to take
like.
a sick day for the rest of the day. That's it. Like Cody said he's bearish. He's taking a sick day.
I'm done.
Done.
I
After
can't
this
do
show, he's done.
Sick.
All right. So this is the last one of the day. Spot Nonfat on a weekly basis. We've seen significant weakness in class 4 recently, but it's been on butter.
Right.
Right. You're talking about $15 class 4. I think it's going to be tough to get that if Nonfat's kind of just keeps putting around this 125, 130 area. So you do need to see Nonfat really start to fall apart, I think.
I think you're going to break Nonfat. I think we're going to break Nonfat to 115.
This is what kind of stuck out to me. You have what appears to be a longer term trend, tried to break through it, came right back into it, but clearly failing to make a new high or even test the former high. I don't think you can call this a head and shoulders at all, right? You typically see like the right shoulder lower than the left. Long story short, you've got a nice big uptrend that's been established since 2023. Call it this time 2 years ago. And since then, it has very steadily, very slowly moved incrementally higher. So I think a breaking of this trend, I think that's like, if you solidify that with like multiple closes lower through it, then you look at testing these points. In this case, 110,
Yep.
and then this one's 105, former lows of this move. We'll see. Like if you were banking on this uptrend, this failure to go test this former high, or at least what appears to be a failure, it's not boding well. Like for this thing to just rip higher like this and then just give it all back, that's just a sign that like it reminds me, we just looked at it for butter of, the market gave all this back drink and then just ripped right back too. So the market clearly didn't like that price. So if you look at it, 140, it took a while, but the market did not like 140. Gave all of that rally back. So
it seems like right now it's not really enjoying 125, 126 either.
I mean, we remember butter was, gosh, it just felt like we were 240 to 250 forever. And then all of a sudden, poof, there goes, 40, 50 cents. Yeah, to me, like, and even on a short term too, like, let's just take a look at this price real fast. This is where it's, 124 and change, or 124 and a half roughly. That's where we started to we've seen a couple bounces from there. So if we break through that price, then I think this test in this trend is next. You break through that trend, it starts to get really ugly. Who knows? Nonfat could be like the shining star of this market.
It might be. I could be totally wrong. Something just tells me that, doesn't look great.
Cody's spider senses is going off and he's starting to right click a little bit.
They're tingling.
And all of which is making him physically ill. Like he's going to have to go to the doctor. He's going to have to take a couple sick days.
Couple days off here and there.
You even have a red undershirt on.
I do.
Look at you. Like that's a bear shirt right there.
It's a bear shirt.
All right. Fair enough.
Man, hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. Anyway, all right. Well, appreciate looking at those charts. Wisco Phil, appreciate you tuning in every week and giving us some great suggestions like you always do. If anyone has any suggestions for next week, please let us know. Be happy to take a look at them. If you have not already subscribed to our channel, please do hit that thumbs up. Give us a like. Leave a comment. Let us know that you're watching. Let us know what you want us to see. And for Andy, myself, and Paige, we are going to be off until probably next Tuesday, looking at some more charts, see where we're at. But with that, everyone have a great week, even better weekend. We'll see you next time on Tech Talk.
Bye.